check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man, I'm about to cook on this one for a minute, but we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Share the video. It's the best way to make a donation to the channel, man. But I appreciate the love and support. And I was watching a press conference, man. Shout out to Shoot the Five, Xavier Porter, man. I watched it on his channel, man. So check it out. I'll link in the description under the source. It's under the source link. You can check that out. And also in there, you can check me out on social media. All the links there as well. And they were asked about the 7-8 minute mark about fighting Gary Russell. They down there in the DMV. One of the reporters, I wish I could remember his name, asked him, hey, wouldn't that be a big DMV fight? I'm paraphrasing here, between, Gervonta Tank Davis and Gary Russell. And ain't that something that you want to do? And Gervonta Tank Davis just shook his head like, nah. I'm not interested in the fight. And I'm like, damn, okay. And then Floyd Mayweather took the mic and said, well, I believe Gary Russell was only a 126 pounder. When he move up, maybe we could fight him down the road or some shit like that. And I found that an odd sequence because Gervonta Tank Davis, he fight 122 pounders. He fight 126 pounders all the fucking time. Okay, and if you didn't see my video, if I hadn't dropped it to this point, they're trying to make a Tevin Farmer, Gervonta Tank Davis pay-per-view event, which may also feature a rematch between J-Rock and Jared Hurd. Me just kind of connecting a few dots. No special inside information, excuse me. But like, damn, like, what's wrong with Gary Russell? We used to talk about Errol Spence, like, why he can't get a fight on PBC? He killed somebody. Now we looking at Bud, like, did he commit a homicide or something? And Gary Russell, what did Gary Russell do? Now, what I could think about is they also did not mention on fighting Leo Santa Cruz. So Santa Cruz called them out and said, hey, man, we want to fight Tank on September 14th since Canelo not going to be competing on that date. Basically, they didn't really answer that, and they didn't accept that challenge from Leo Santa Cruz. They said they either want to fight Tevin Farmer on pay-per-view or they want to fight Yuriorkis Gamboa. Now, Yuriorkis Gamboa got a knockout versus Rocky Martinez on the undercard. They actually was supposed to fight tonight, Gamboa and Gervonta Tank Davis. That was supposed to be his hometown fight. But when the WBA ordered him to face his Super WBA mandatory, that got trashed. So they gave Gamboa a little tune-up versus Rocky Martinez, and they must have knew Rocky Martinez was a shot fighter because I seen him look better than that. He 36 years old, and he been done. But like, all I'm saying is like at this point, Gary Russell got to do what's best for him and his family. And if he got offers on the floor to fight, and get guaranteed money versus subpar competition, and he don't get a Leo Santa Cruz fight this year, and then if I'm him, I got to take the bag elsewhere, and I got to prepare to close out my career wherever I can. If it's, maybe Bob Arum does, let Lomachenko come back down from 130 to 130. And you tell Bob that's something that you're interested in doing, and maybe you can get in the mix fighting Herring and Burchett at 130, and Loma go down and fight you, or you want to go up and fight Loma and challenge him for undisputed. Maybe that's something that Bob Arum can do. He's talked to Eddie Hearn already. I think it's time for him to exhaust his options and leave Al Heyman. Now on Stevie Kim podcast, he got with Mario Lopez, which they had. I heard this version somebody sent me. They had a really good vibe on it. I really think I would like a Stevie Kim podcast, but I like that episode. They said that Gary Russell was always known for trying to play the field and act like he leaving Al Heyman, but he's not. And he said himself that Al Heyman delivered on every promise he gave him, except for the Leo Santa Cruz fight so far. But my whole thing is like, damn, like it's certain guys on PBC, for every guy you see that's shining, that seem like they happy, which I don't really think a lot of those guys are happy. Well, they probably are happy because they get high risk, high reward fights for low risk reward fights. You know what I'm saying? For low risk. But I was just thinking to myself, the way Tank just shook his head, like, no, like, damn, I feel that, like, the confidence that I have for Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't really feel that confidence when it comes from the Mayweather camp. I don't feel that confidence when it come through him neither sometime. Like when he said Mayweather tried to set him up versus Jose Pedraza, he wasn't ready for that fight. So one reason you think like, oh, is Mayweather just holding him back? And then Gervonta Tank Davis give you a vibe or say something to make you think like you don't know who it is. If it's Tank not ready to hop on without the training wheels, or is it Floyd Mayweather that's not ready? And it's times that you really just don't know. Is he hating on Tank, or is Tank just not ready? You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is, you know, Gary Russell is more of a formidable pay-per-view foe than Tevin Farmer. And I understand they want to do a live tune-up on pay-per-view to see how he do versus Tevin Farmer. But at the end of the day, I feel that PBC should be delivering better fights and, you know, at least promise us a Gary Russell fight, you know, next year. Like, okay, if he get past Tevin, that's somebody we look at, you know. But, you know, pretty much Tank, the way his face was draining in a couple weigh-in pictures, Mayweather said he could be going to 35 real soon. But I was flabbergasted when Floyd Mayweather said that, oh, he's a 26-pounder. Maybe if he come up, or if we move up to 35, he there, we'll fight him. Like, where's the fear for Gary Russell? And first people, see, Gary Russell ain't a household name. He's not a fan favorite amongst the premier boxing champions. See, it's a select group of select few fighters that get that type of promotion. See, dudes, you know, you be like, oh, you a pro-black guy. Nah, certain dudes ain't pro-black challenge or pro-black fans. They don't recognize Maurice Hooker as being the black fighter from the state of Texas. They don't recognize a lot of things. In the PBC, they don't really recognize Gervonta Tank Davis really at all neither. They just to keep play fair, he not one of their favorites. You notice a lot of the East Coast premier boxing champion fighters, they not favorites. J-Rock don't have that favorable push that Errol Spence got. Gervonta don't have that favorable push that Spence got. Even Adrian Broner really don't have that push that he got. A lot of them dudes, Danny Jacobs, another guy who was at PBC, he never got that push. Peter Quillen's another guy. Even when he was active, he never got that push. So if you notice, a lot of guys don't get that push. It's only a select few, your Spences, your Charlos, guys like that. They get that little fan push from certain dudes. But Gary Russell, he don't get that push. And the first thing people going to say, well, he only fight once a year. He inactive. And all my thing is that should be more incentive for somebody to come whoop his ass. He should have some ring rust on him. If he's so inactive, then you should be able to come and beat his ass. But the only reason Gary Russell don't have no activities because he don't want to waste his hands. He want top level fights, and if he don't get a top level fight, which you know he getting ducked. He getting ducked by, you know, dudes that have belts and dudes that didn't have belts that should want belts fighting him. He got the WBC belt. It ain't no Errol Spence situation where, oh, I don't want the IBF. He got the most important belts to the Hispanic fighters, and all of a sudden Leo Santa Cruz don't want the belt. Adam Mars didn't want the belt. You know, the list goes on and on. It's to the point where people say, oh, Ronald Rickendall just move up and fight him. And, like, why should they have to? Why shouldn't Leo Santa Cruz want to fight him? Why shouldn't Josh Warren say, oh, what has he done? He hasn't done. That's when they get to talking like that. That the motherfuckers are scared. But I just don't understand why Mayweather Promotions wouldn't entertain a Gary Russell fight. That's a fight that can prepare you for the Lomachenko fight. That's a fight that can prepare you to be a champion at 35, can prepare you to beat Miguel Burchett. It can prepare you for a lot of things. It's a good money fight. It's a name on your resume. It's a really strong name on your resume. If you could stop him, you did something that Lomachenko couldn't do. You stopped two mutual opponents that Lomachenko failed to stop, Gary Russell and Jose Pedraza. But I just don't understand the rationale or just the thought process of many things in boxing. And as we close out the 2019 second half of the year, I just feel like, to be honest, I feel like I just can't relate to boxing no more. The boxing that I knew coming into the 2000s, closing out the 2009s to 2010s, it's like I don't understand. I can't relate to boxing no more. And it's tough to continue to talk about a sport that continues to put the middle finger up to us. So it's to the point where, yeah, I'm considering not talking about boxing no more because of bullshit like this. Like what has this guy done to inflict the fear in Gervonta Tank Davis? He said, oh, no, that's not a fight I'm not interested in. No, he he was already told, nigga, don't say nothing about that and don't say nothing about Gary Russell. Gary Russell didn't talk shit about him. He wanted to fight. He said he'd put them hands on him. But at the end of the day, Charlo say something to you, or you won't walk again. You know, you won't ever box again. This opponent say something to you, Tevin, you got a certain type of demeanor from Gary. Adamara say something to you, you got something to talk about. You got something to talk about Deontay Wilder. But when it comes from niggas that's on your block, that's in your neighborhood, all of a sudden, you don't want to entertain that. Why shouldn't the DMV be able to get a household event and you and Gary Russell fight? I don't understand what is the fear there. I feel that Gervonta Tank Davis should be able to beat Gary Russell, but maybe they hold him to a higher standard. You know, maybe they hold him to that high standard, or maybe they punishing him for something he done behind the scenes, because Errol Spence getting the same punishment, if y'all like it or not. He getting that same exact fucking punishment, and I don't understand what he done to deserve that punishment. And I know it's things that we don't see that go behind the scenes, but Errol Spence, Gary Russell, what have they done to deserve the punishment? Mikey Garcia rolled over to PBC. He prospered. Leo Santa Cruz is considered to fly under the radar, not be able to force to do nothing. I understand his dad is sick. Quite frankly, I hope he get better, but I don't care. I don't pay for sympathy in boxing. I pay to see the best fight the best. What has Gary Russell done? What have Errol Spence done? What have some of these fighters done not to have other fighters protected from them? Like the way, and when you watch this shit, it's around the 7-8 minute mark. Start off the 7 minute mark, it ain't far. His face, like, he don't even look at the reporter. Like, he look at the reporter, he asks the question, and he say no. Like, he's scared of the nigga. Like, he went from a light-skinned flush nigga to like Luigi Manchin, Casper the Ghost, like pale, like he didn't want to even talk about it. And Mayweather took the mic. He took the microphone and had to explain it. That was some of the weirdest sequence shit I've seen. But hey, I don't understand it, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Helpblades, at thehelpblades.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing, get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Lotion, soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. Website, promo code in the description. Goodfella1Boxing, get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Check them out, man. That website, promo code description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, a video request. Keep sharing the videos. And let me know how y'all feel, man, about this topic. I'm going to link that post press conference in the interview in the description on the source link. It started off about the 7 minute mark for this question about Gary Russell. And I want to let y'all let me know who y'all think will win, Gary Russell or Tank, in the comment section as well. One time for the one time. Goodfella Sports TV. Y'all know what the business is. We go.